Fire Rescue Victoria in that beautiful socialist state down the bottom, they have now published in their risk assessments for their current serving members who are vaccinated that one of the risks that they face from ongoing vaccination is complications from the vaccine and also potential death from the vaccine. So that's what they're advising their fireys. At the
Yeah.
same time, they're refusing to allow the stood down without pay unvaccinated fireys to come back to work.
Employer being liable for work cover, they're now going to have to put those statements in saying you may get injured or you may die. You've been warned, so that they're trying to make it the employee's risk, right? To say, look, we're not forcing you to do this, but if you do it, the risk is on you. And if you do get injured, we're not liable for any payments. But they want to still keep the mandate. So now they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. And that's going to look ridiculous in front of a judge, right? I don't know why the fireys. I think they're just. Is this Victoria you're talking about, or New South Wales?
Victoria, Peter Marshall, he's
Yeah.
particularly angry at his unvaccinated cohort.
Right, and there's obviously political strategy going on as well, and they obviously get votes by cracking down on the anti-vaxxers and things like that. So they like to make appearances and decisions and things like that. Ultimately, there's a huge amount of money that the vaccine companies derive from mandates existing, mask mandates, PCRs, all that kind of stuff. So who knows what conflicts of interest these people have with friends on boards of businesses that profit from mandates and things like that. So the only way to really find out what's going through his head is to sue him and put him in a box and cross-examine him, and force him to give some answers for whatever that ends up costing, right? Otherwise, we may never know what his logic is. The media, if the media wasn't so gutless, maybe they'd be putting this up, because the media has a really strong ability to force people to come out and say things, right? Because if the media is making accusations against you and you sit there in silence, then the public starts to go, well, the media's right on this because this guy won't say anything, right?
Yeah.
But the media's been bought out, unfortunately, to an extent. It's turning around now. We do see a lot more articles now in favour. For example, we had a big article saying we have massive ramping in SA, yet we're sacking hundreds of healthcare workers. So that came out in our advertiser. So it is turning.
Well, my only conclusion for Victoria is that the head of the Fire Services Union wants the place to burn as we go into fire season with huge shortages of firefighters.